Previously on Skivens.
When I turn it on, see, it doesn't open. And then when I turn it off, the motor keeps spinning. Like I said, I bought the left and the right motor. So this is the brand new used part. Hey yo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? We're starting this one out outside today. Why? Finally a nice enough day. Just when I said I don't get flyers, I get flyers, but freaking Leon's, who wants to make a flyer day about freaking couches and beds? I miss the old days of flyers, man, like Future Shop and the grocery stores and all that. Today's entire video is about this old girl, my 1988 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am trim. And you've already seen the clip at the beginning of the video where I have an issue with the headlights. Like, I use this thing all the time. Barely ever drive the truck in the summer unless I have to go pick up something big that won't fit in the car. Like, I even have my martial arts gear in here all the time just because. But the main issue I'm having with it is this headlight motor right here. It's nice to see this new spring is sort of working, but needs to be a little bit longer. Mind you, just got to give it a little love tap and then she pops open. So in 2000, I want to say 2011, this headlight was doing what this headlight's doing. Basically, you see, I turn it on, it spins and nothing happens. We replaced this headlight motor with a new one, and to do that was a pain in the ass. First thing you got to do is you got to get the headlight in the up position. Not a problem for this one. Big time problem for this one because it doesn't grab. Now I'm wondering, are you even in the shot? If I lift it and twist, will it gradually bite? See, in order to do this, this headlight has to come up because one of the bolts I need to get to, you need to take the whole housing out to get to the motor. You got to take off this bolt and there's another bolt underneath. The other way to do it, which is a real pain in the ass, take this out, 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 this out. Take the whole rad support right off, then you can get down there. Seriously starting to understand why General Motors got away from poppy-uppy headlights. Now, one thing I noticed was if I turn the lights on, see how it released? Now it'll stay up. Now if I disconnect this bulb, it shouldn't drop and the motor should not re-engage when I turn it off. Cool. This is going to make my life a little easier because now I might be able to get a ratchet down. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a bolt way down there and there's another one further back. And I'll show you on the new motor. I've already shown you this on a previous video. See, the reason why it's doing this is, where did I put that motor? Oh, you got to be shitting me right now. I know I brought it back in here. When General Motors made these headlight poppy-uppy motors for the Fiero, the Firebird, and the C5 Corvette, there it is, they screwed up. I don't know what it is with General Motors and their love for vinyl, but they put a vinyl gear underneath this hood. So what happens over time is you got a brass worm gear that runs on a vinyl gear. Works great for a while until it doesn't. And then it basically loses all the ability to retain itself and shreds a hole down the center of the gear, causing it to slip. Now, of course, there's aftermarket solutions for this. There's a brass gear solution replacement, which I plan on doing to this motor that I'm pulling out, the other old motor, because I found it. I did grab the new motor, right? Yeah, you're the new motor. There should be bolt here, this bolt here, and there's supposed to be another one that you undo from underneath. So for that, I'm gonna have to take this headlight housing clean off. It looks like it's a couple torque screws, and that should expose enough of the back where I can get, because this whole unit comes off in order to do this. Real pain in the ass. All right, let me get started. All right, got the bezel off. Now, I can't really see where the other bolt is for the housing. So now I'm honestly wondering if I needed to do that. I'm going to start by taking this off and just see if there's anything holding it in place that I'm missing, because I'm looking in there. Oh, there it is. There it is. Is that one? Is that attached? You know, I'm just going to start by taking this and this off and see if what happens. Because if this and this let it go, Also, if you're wondering why I went into the truck, I bought this Stanley toolkit back in 2022 to leave in the pickup truck because it was on sale. It literally has everything in it, including socketed Torx bits, Allen keys, whole slew of freaking sockets, different size ratchets, and screwdriver heads. It comes up clutch. So I don't know what size I need for that. I'm gonna guess 10 mil because it's a socket everybody loses. So let's go with a 10 mil. You know, I'm sitting here using a manual one. Didn't I just buy a battery operated one? All right, we got a bit of an issue, and that issue is those bolts down there, and I don't know how the hell I'm gonna hit them. All right, I got an extension. For some reason my toolkit doesn't have one in it, and I don't know where it went. All right guys, was to take the whole headlight housing clean off. This plastic and this plastic, that's the adjusters. I marked the area on the screw. Those are the screws for it. I scored the rust and made it shiny to know roughly where it needs to go. When you reinsert the headlight housing, make sure to hook this spring first before you start mounting it in. Otherwise, you won't be able to aim your light, just so you know. I need to get to that bolt there, and there's one over here. And with that much space, I should be able to pull it off. Will I be able to use the Ryobi? I don't freaking know. With a little bit more range, probably pull it off. Can you guys even see that? This is the problem. This is why I need to like hire somebody to hold the camera for me. But I don't make enough money for that, so that will not be a situation. There we go. Okay, this tool's probably gonna be too long. Too awkward to get in there.
That's what she said.
So I'm gonna have to resort to using the hand ratchet. We have succeeded in extracting the headlamp housing. It's probably a lot easier if I did the first one myself, but you know, this is gonna be hard to show you guys because I don't have much room to play with and I don't feel like snaking that wire for the headlight back through, so yeah. Anyway, I don't even know if you guys can see that, but there's a bolt back there which connects to the motor, which is that bolt right there, and these three right here. So, not sure what size it is. I think I said 9mm. Sorry if I'm sweating, guys. It's freaking hot out today, which is crazy because apparently, I don't know, I missed it, but it snowed earlier in the week. All I gotta say really, guys, is anybody who does this for a living, works on this stuff, I really appreciate the work you do. The reason why I say that is I enjoy it, but I couldn't do it as a living. It's one thing when you're just messing around as a hobby. It's another thing when you're doing it 9 to 5. Who am I kidding? What mechanic works 9 to 5, right? Mind you, these power tools really make things easier. There we go. Out with the old and in with the new. Now luckily, we won't need to use the old bolt because we'll have a new one. That was the fun part. Putting it back the way it should be. Sorry I'm not getting the shot, guys. Once again, this comes back to me needing to hire like a guy to do this shit for me. All right, I just spun this one here to make sure that it's gonna be copacetic. All right, those are all good, those are all good. I'm just gonna start driving bolts back in, mount the motor first. I told a few people what I was doing and they're like, why don't you just bring it to the shop? Why? This car not running does nothing. Like, this is literally a toy for me. Some people have Skidoos, other people have four-wheelers. I have my summer car. Now, that is mounted. Just gonna give it a quick torque check. What the hell is that wire? Is that a wire or a piece of wood? Sweet Jesus Murphy, guys. Groot's growing in my car. What the shit? I literally have a vine. I just pulled this out of my car. That's what happened. In many years, it just sat in the driveway because I was too fat to drive it. That's what happened. I'm just gonna put the top bolts in real quick, just because I want. So, side note, if you own one of these guys, 10 mil is your friend. If you lost it, do yourself a favor and find it. It only torqued down so far. The reason why I'm doing this, guys, is because I'm gonna hook the motor back up and we're gonna give her a test to make sure that she's actually working. Not that I'm actually, you know, concerned about my work. I'm more concerned about the fact that I bought these motors off of eBay a long ass freaking time ago. They sat in my garage. So I'm gonna move this to the down position where it should be right now. And that's the down, as far down as it can go. And it actually stopped on its own. Oh, I lost a wire. There we go. All right, let's see if it has power. Well, that's quite the sound effects it's making, eh? Now, I gotta reattach the lights. Do I even care about those bolts underneath? You know what? I'm not gonna reinstall them for the key reason that I'm pretty sure they're not installed on the other side either. Right now it sits like this. It won't be like this for long. I'm gonna be rebuilding the old motors with the brass gears, or I might just, instead of buying the brass gears for an extra couple bucks, buy some remanufactured ones that already have the brass gears in them and throw them in this setup so I never ever have to do this again. That could very well be what's happening. All right, let's get the headlight back in. The other motor making that sound effect, not the new one. All right, we're good. Reason why I disconnected the power is because I had a big brain moment and realized if I didn't and just went ahead, stove this thing back into play, it would have had a bit of an issue. Now, where's that screw? Now I'm expecting these to be big time out of alignment and I'm gonna have to readjust them manually. But luckily, all right, guys, I'll check back in once I got this done because there's no point in adding more shit to me to edit. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we got her. I could have went and got my bit driver because doing it by hand sucked. Instead, I discovered that a 1/4 inch nut driver is also a bit holder. It's just not magnetic, and you can really drive shit in. Is it aimed correctly? Probably not. There, now it's aimed correctly. Now, we just need to reattach to the housing. And I have a feeling this is gonna be not fun. Can't remember exactly how, oh, okay, never mind. I know I've taken these off before because I've replaced the headlights. And then I discovered eBay sells a lot of aftermarket headlights for these sealed beam setups. Some of them are LED projectors and apparently they're really nice. So I figure why not get some of those for, you know, buy some parts over winter and next spring we can modify the car. Not anything crazy, mind you, but like I said, I'm not replacing my engine until she explodes, and well, so far she's holding out. Got to do my exhaust gaskets. I have no idea how the hell to do that, but they're pretty much gone. And I found out why. I talked to the previous owner of the car. So when you get a 3rd gen, actually a lot of the GM General Motors, apparently when they came with manifolds never came with gaskets because you didn't need them. The manifolds sit perfectly fine on the exhaust and didn't cause any problems. Where kind of weirded out that that other motor's making that sound. I thought it was this motor here that was making the sound, but no, it's the other one. All right, we're basically done. I'm gonna take these 2 bolts, the ones for the bottom housing. I'm pretty sure when we did the other motor, we never put the bolts back in. Can I confirm that? You know what? We didn't. We only put in the top bolts. If you've done this here repair before, let me know. If you reinstalled the bottom bolts on your headlight mount. I'm just gonna put my tools away and then we'll test it out. Alrighty, everything's all hooked up. Just gonna go ahead and close the hood. Not completely latch it unless it does it on its own. Just let it sit like that. Let's get you guys set up here. I can't even see the screen. Yeah, good enough. All right, moment of truth. They didn't squeak that time, but we're good, we're good, we're good. Might have to re-aim this one a bit, but... And they're almost opening and closing at the same time. So there you go. I'm not a mechanic. I just pretend to be one on YouTube. But honestly, nowadays to be a mechanic, all you need to do is what? Know how to swap parts. It's not like the old days where you actually had to do a lot of shit. Nowadays, you just hook it up to a computer. It tells you what's broken, then you replace it. But yeah, I looked all over YouTube for a video on how to do that. And I found a lot of shit on on the headlight motors and problems with them. And then the only thing I ever found was one video from Corvette on how to replace the headlight motor, but it was the newer style and a 2000 Firebird formula. I was wrong. I mentioned before that General Motors used these motors from 82 to 2002. No, they didn't. In 1992, when they changed the style of the formula, and sorry, in 1993, when they changed the style of the Trans Am, they started putting the new Corvette poppy-uppy headlight motors on it. So they're not the same as the one I have. All right, guys. Well, there you go. How to install headlights in a Trans Am. I don't know, we'll run them like that for a bit. And if they act up, like I say, it's not my primary whip. It's not my main vehicle to get around town. My truck is, but the Trans Am's my toy, so I don't mind spinning wrenches on it. Because if I really break something, like if I would have broken something pretty bad there, I'm not stranded. I got my Ford. So it's the reason why I don't mind tooling on that thing, because that's what it is. It's a project car. Something for me to learn on, do some fun stuff too. And in the summer, just rip around like an idiot. So there you go. And don't even ask me what the hell that squeaking sound was. I don't even know what the hell that was. But it's gone now, so go. Anyway, until next time, guys, live it to win it. Peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.